Hi everyone. To measure the distance between two rocks under the sea, a surveyor measured from two locations, A and B, on the ground. We're going to find the lengths of AP, AQ, and also find the length of PQ. We're given a drawing, so here's the drawing. These are the rocks. This is P and Q here. Here is the distance between the two rocks. Two locations is 2 miles. All right. And so we're going to find this length here of AP first. This length right here. And we're going to use the law of sines. And so by the law of sines, the length of AP divided by, and we're using this triangle, we're using triangle APB. So that's going to be sine of 45 degrees. This is also given for us. Equals 2 divided by, and this is your 2 miles, sine of this measure, and this is 30 degrees. And basically what we're doing for this 30 degrees is taking 180 minus 105 degrees plus 45. And that gives us that. Now when you cross multiply, let's write this AP divided by square root of 2 divided by 2 equals 2 divided by sine of 30 is 1/2. So when you cross multiply, we're going to get 1/2 AP equals 2 times square root of 2 divided by 2. That means the length of AP, these cancels, equals 2 times square root of 2. And this information is given us square root of 2, so just multiply that by 2, and this gives you approximately 2.828 miles. All right, so we got this length here. Now we need to find AQ. AQ is this length here. So we're going to use the law of sines again, and let's see what we get. So that's going to be for triangle ABQ. All right, so we're going to have the length of AQ divided by sine of 120 degrees equals 2. Again, we're using this 2 divided by the measure of this 30 degrees again. So we're just going to be sine of 30 degrees. All right, let's see what we get. This is going to be 1/2, when you simplify all this, 1/2 AQ equals 2 square root of 3 divided by 2. Because that's what this is. And this one was 1/2. All right, and simplifying that, the 2's cancel, so you're going to get this equals the length of AQ equals 2 square root of 3. We're given square root of 3, so this is going to be 2 times that, which is approximately 3.464 miles. All right, now the next step is to find this length from P to Q. So the distance between the rocks, these two right here. And we're going to use the law of cosines. So basically we're going to go P, the length of PQ squared equals the length of AP squared plus the length of AQ squared minus 2 times the length of AP times the length of AQ times cos of the measure of angle PAQ. All right, so PAQ. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to be this 30 plus 45 is going to be 75. So this is just going to be 75 degrees here. All right, so we're going to get this equals 2 square root of 2 squared. We already got that. And 2 square root of 3 squared. And then minus 2 times 2 square root of 2 times 2 square root of 3 times cos of 75 degrees for these two. All right. Now, let's go ahead and simplify some of this. This is going to give me 8 plus 12 minus 8 times square root of 6 cos of 75, which is going to equal 20 minus 8 times square root of 6 cos of 75 degrees. All right, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to have to deal with this one right here. So basically, we're going to use our sum and difference formula to figure that out. Here's your sum and difference formula. So we're just going to note that cosine of 75 degrees equals cosine of 30 degrees plus 45 degrees. And using a cosine of plus here, this is this one. This is going to equal cos of 30 degrees times cos of 45 degrees minus sine of 30 degrees times sine of 45 degrees. All right, let's see what this gives us. Square root of 3 divided by 2 times square root of 2 divided by 2 minus 1/2 times square root of 2 divided by 2. So this is just going to equal square root of 6 divided by 4 minus square root of 2 divided by 4, which you can write with the same denominator like that. All right. Now let's go back to our problem. And we had, let's see, we had the PQ squared equals 20 minus 8 square root of 6 cos of 75 degrees. So basically what we're going to do is substitute that in. So this is going to be equal to 20 minus 8 square root of 6 times square root of 6 minus square root of 2 divided by 4. Okay. Now, notice all of these have a multiple of 4, so I can simplify this and write it as 20 minus 12 plus 4 square root of 3, and then I'm going to have this, the whole thing equals 8 plus 4 square root of 3. All right, so that's what we have. We need, this gives us the length of PQ squared. So when we square root both sides, you have to take the square root of this. So square root of this is going to be square root of 8 plus 4 square root of 3. Now this is the special factoring. So what we're going to do is simplify this a little bit so we can use this information. We have these double radicals going on. So what I can do is first write this as square root of 8 plus 2, and I'm going to make this square root of 12. So I'm taking the 2 and squaring it and putting it back under the radical. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to use this form of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared equals a plus b squared. So now I want to get this 2ab. So if I'm looking at the 2AB, that's going to be 2, and I can write my 8 as square root of 6 plus 2. Now if I do that, I'm going to have 2 times square root of 6 times square root of 2. So that's going to give me this part. So if I write it like this, I'm going to get plus 2 square root of 6 times square root of 2. Also, I can rearrange this to make it more like looking like this. That's going to be the square root of 6 plus 2 square root of 6 times square root of 2 plus 2. Now to simplify this, I can write this as the square root of 6 plus square root of 2. Because this is my A is here and my B is here. And then square it. And then when you square the square root, you're left with just square root of 6 plus square root of 2. So that's what we have. That's in miles. But they gave us this information, so let's add all that up. That's going to end up being, when you add this one to this one, you're going to get square root of 6 plus square root of 2 equals, or it's approximately 3.86 miles. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.